Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm very excited to share this week's video with you. It's one that we've been creating for a long time and it's called Confidence Tips with a Model. So my friend Ariana and I have done two similar blog interviews. So one's called The Truth Behind Modeling, where she reveals what really goes on behind the industry and some of the ugly truths we often don't hear about. And the other one is the blog form of this video, How to Find Confidence Tips from a Model. And both will be linked down below if you want to take a read. So without any further ado, let's get started. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to support this channel. Starting off, tell me about yourself.
I am a 20-year-old model from Saskatchewan. I lived in Vancouver for a little bit, for about 2 years, and then I moved back to save to move to California, and that's how I met Karen. We used to work at Lush together, and that's how I know her.
How does modeling impact your body image negatively?
It definitely used to affect me a lot more than it does now. I remember when I first started when I was like 16, I was just like really insecure and trying to find something that made me feel more confident about myself. In a way, it worked, but at the same time, it also made me feel like almost like my body like wasn't my own, if that makes sense. I didn't really feel like I had a lot of say in what I did. A lot of the time with models, you do have to look a certain way, you have to act a certain way as well, especially on social media, because that's technically your like online portfolio. So I just got really tired of not really feeling like I was being me, if that makes sense. I feel more authentic now that I'm doing what I want.
I definitely know what you mean about not being able to be completely yourself. Even as a content creator, there are some things that I hesitate or give a second thought before posting out there, just because it's different from the things I usually post, and I would think, how would my audience react to this? What are some of your top tips for finding confidence?
It's so different for everybody, but for myself, what I did was I started practicing gratitude, and I learned that if you start doing something for like 21 days straight, your brain considers it a habit. So I really made a point of trying to practice gratitude every day for 21 days, and I write down 3 things I'm grateful for every day, either before I go to bed or before I get up, and then 3 affirmations. So it's like I attract my highest good. So you do that. I've also just, I guess, like more got in tune to things that I really enjoyed. You know, like I really do like modeling. I think it's like its own kind of art form in a way. Same with fashion and things like that. But I personally just really like writing. I like to model, of course, and then I also really like music as well. This is my guitar. I painted it. Yeah, it's just kind of about doing things for yourself, and only for yourself, really. You know, getting better because you want to get better, trying to love yourself more because you believe that you deserve to love yourself more, and just, yeah, you know, like just going after anything that makes you happy. If it's not making you happy, 9 times out of 10 is a waste of time. Body-wise and everything, I think we just need to realize that everybody has different body types, and there's really no wrong way to be unless you are actually unhealthy and a doctor has told you that you need to change something in your diet. Other than that, you do you, boo.
What are some self-affirmations and routines that you practice, and what has helped your biggest struggles?
I think I already talked about this, but I do say affirmations either in the morning when I go to bed or before I go to sleep. It's just kind of reinstating that I deserve whatever's in my highest good. I think everybody kind of does, really, but you do need to do the work to get that, and that means having a really positive mindset. You know, of course, like we all have our down days, but it's just kind of a matter of trying to get out of the negative self-talk cycle. And then it's also kind of like really taking time for yourself, if that makes sense. You know, like I am really busy. I work a lot. I have a lot of friends where I live right now, and I'm out a lot too. So it's just like, it's a really important thing to take care of yourself as well as the people around you, and people seem to forget about that.
And any final tips for dealing with lack of self-love or self-confidence?
I think like my final tips would just be to realize that you are exactly where you need to be right now. Don't try to rush anything, you know. I think honestly healing and building confidence definitely takes like a really long time. It took me, I think, about maybe like 2 years, 3 years before I really started to like actually feel better. And I think I've talked about this in Karen's interviews before too, but I dealt with depression and anxiety like throughout childhood and my teen years. And, you know, it did take a lot of work, but if you want to get better, then you'll find a way. Bye!
Thank you so much, Ariana, for those tips. I would like to add a few of my own that have helped me with my confidence. So the first thing is really surrounding yourself with the right people, because when you surround yourself with the wrong people, you're constantly doubting yourself, like, did I say the right thing? Will they still be friends with me if I do this? And it's so draining. So if you feel just doubtful of yourself around those people, try interacting with some new people, because the good news is there are the right people for you out there, and all you have to do is go and find them. And something else that's really helped me is when I look up to bigger content creators and people who I admire, instead of feeling jealous and insecure about myself, I shift my mindset around and think, if they can do it, so can I. Like, instead of seeing them as competition, see them as paving the way. I also have a blog post on 6 limiting beliefs, and that will be linked down below. I believe that ties in so much with this. Thank you so much, Ariana, for this interview. I will link all her socials below so you can go find her. And thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you very soon. Bye!